Hi little explorers, welcome back. Today we're going to be teaching you all about how to make a bird scarer. So this is something that I've already started. Basically we've got a old coat hanger, something that you don't use in the cupboards very much. And what I've done is I've tied a little bit of string around the top of our coat hanger, and we just wound it around and around and around and tied it back up at the very top again. And this is going to just be the part that we're going to hang some dangly cool parts off the bottom. Okay, so what I noticed though when I made it, that sometimes the wool gets a bit loose and wants to fall off the ends. So I have used a trusty hot glue gun to actually secure it in place at the ends so it doesn't slip off, because this is meant for outside. So all the parts that we want to put on here today has to last a little bit and be a bit sturdy, because it does have to go outside because we don't have any birds in the house. So we want to scare the birds outside on our veggie patches. That's the plan, okay? And the birds that we might be trying to scare might be cockatoos or crows, or it can be just some blackbirds that love digging grubs out of the garden, but inadvertently they're actually digging out your seedlings, okay? So we're just trying to have reflective and reused items that we can turn into a bird scarer, okay? So that's the main part of our frame. Easily done, easy for anybody to do, okay? And so what I have made here is a variety of different things that we're going to hang off our mobile, okay? So I've got a recycled jelly cup that instead of going in the bin, we've washed it out. We've glued some really cool reflective paper on here. It's actually a metallic paper that I got from Reverse Garbage, which is a fantastic place to get any odd bits and pieces that have been left over from companies that don't want it anymore. So I've used reflective things on here. I have got some straws here that were old from our old craft. We can't use paper straws when it's an outdoor mobile because it'll all turn soggy and fall off anyway. So if you do have some lying around, this is where we can actually use them as separators in between some bottle tops. And the bottle tops were easily made by threading a hole. What I did is I had some boiling hot water into a mug, put a metal skewer into it, and it heats up that skewer. And then it's really easy to pop a hole into the lids, okay? It just goes in really easy because it melts the plastic as it goes through. So that's a really quick tip. When you are doing this with kids, try to get all these holes pre-done before you bring them into that activity, because it can be a bit time consuming and they might get a bit bored with it. If it's ready to go, lots of holes are in, things already, it's ready to thread, it's nice and quick. So I've got straws, bottle tops. I also had some foil containers from when we did mud pies last at Little Explorers, and I've just cut them into strips and made it a bit like a windmill kind of effect, so it will turn as the wind catches it. So there's lots of different ideas you can use. Another one I did, you can probably hear it, we've got a little bell at the bottom. So when you are threading these, put a little bell or a stopper or a lid at the bottom and tie it so that nothing will fall off the ends. But the bells are really good as a noise and reflective thing, so that we can reduce and discourage the birds to come along. So we've got a CD. Of course, everybody's used CDs over the time, but definitely a great way for distracting and reflecting. It's a lovely breeze coming on today, and you can see everything's catching in the wind and spinning, which is what we want. We want it to be a bit scary for our birds. And here's another one I used. Lots and lots of more different colours for our lids as well. I've got an old coffee lid, and this was just some more of this. It's not quite paper, it's plastic, but it's reflective. And the way I've cut it and folded it, it does spin in the wind and catches the breeze, okay? Which is fantastic. So all you have to do once you've got these pieces of string were about, 60, 70 centimetres long. Tie a little lid in the bottom, start threading things on, okay? Cut some straws to different lengths so you've got different sizes. And then what we do is we're going to put it onto our coat hanger. And we just quickly tie that on. Anything that's too long, you can just finish and cut back off. It's really important to let the kids have a go at this. And threading is a really good fine motor skill as well. Okay, I'm just going to cut some of the excess wool off. It's better to have a lot of wool, and then you can put it on. You can work out your lengths and your heights. They don't all have to be the same height as well. It's just about having the space between each of them as you're tying them on. Okay, this is just for the kids, but I had a lot of fun doing this as well. So if I'm trying to get my space in, I can, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, the rain has started over here now, and lucky last one. Because I've got some really wide things, I do want to make sure there is room for them to spin so that they don't hit each section. So I am going to, whoops, fallen off the table. I am going to spread them out quite well so they can be freestanding on our bird scarer. Now you can make this as long or as short as you like, depending on what space, depending on your garden, what you want to do. You can hang this coat hanger on a branch in your garden, or you can perhaps hang it in a different space. But there we go, they're all a little bit different, but nice and reflective, catching the wind, and hopefully they'll take away all those nuisance birds that are in the wrong place in your garden. Thanks for watching, catch you later, bye.